in the Music City. This building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Throwing on second and long. Willis. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And they look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Willis out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 24. A first down throw for Mills. And his throw is incomplete. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Mills. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Give him 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Room here to run. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Down, they go right back to Pierce. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal. Second down, here's Pierce. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run.
Off the play fake, Mills rolling to his right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sailed back at the 5-yard line.
And there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Pierce gets this one running right, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And back at the 8 now. Third and goal. Mills now. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Mills to the sideline, and out now is Ka'imi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hold it ready.
He'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his... of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down. Willis looks to throw here. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And this Charles definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that he got into his head a little bit.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. It's tight end. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Mills on first down. Dancing to his left. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Mills. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. 10-0 the score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Trap alert. Ready.
Willis looking to throw on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself, thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On a return from his end zone, Rodgers. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a kneel.
Kneel down. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Christian Kirksey. The O-line can't stop him, and he gets the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Willis to throw. Wide open receiver complete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. 3rd down, it's Willis. He's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41.
Go, Reed. Go. Reed, Lion.
1st and 10, Willis. Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Come on.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Willis. For Kidder here, it's complete. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Here we go.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Ready.
A 3rd and 2, here's Willis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series. Because drives like that, they end with a turnover. That's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Mills. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. That's a burst right there.
Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mills. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 32 that time. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is? It could be for the game the way that things are going right now. I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Mills. And this one too low. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A run by Pierce begins the second half. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I'm trying to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 2nd and 10, Mills. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, Mills. And that is incomplete. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And my goodness, another interception. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
Okay,
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Mills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Texans have opened the lead up to 30. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been trying to do a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here we go.
An
Here we
incomplete
go.
pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
After 11.
Play fake. Here's Willis. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Get left side for Pierce. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Willis's throw complete to Foster. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Okay,
it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Ready.
Haskins trying to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. Check down, complete to Haskins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Willis looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. Well, I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get another play as time has run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Willis will look to throw on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throw complete there, Rodgers. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Willis. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. It does, though, set up 3rd and manageable.
In every play this run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a 3rd and manageable, nice decision-making, and took care of the football.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. On 3rd down, here's Haskins. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Hassan Haskins, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Right down the middle, and the lead is down to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline. And they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, Mills. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. That's complete. It's Collins. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Another one caught by Collins. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing, Mills. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. Touchdown. O.J. Howard. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Mills buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A good pickup there, 21 yards. First and 10, it's Pierce. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half was... That's caught at the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. 55 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Ready?
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. It's Rodgers here with the grab. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Now Willis to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Let's go.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll try to run it. Here's Haskins. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense